live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri. It's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. Happy to be here. Sun is shining outside, I think. A little less overcast than yesterday, but man, the temperature is still beautiful. Still in the low 60s starting out the day. So, man, it makes for an absolutely beautiful way to start the day. I hope you're all doing well out there. It's a great day to be here with you. For those of you new to the show, who am I? What are we doing? This is Wake Up with Greg. It's a daily morning show I do every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. Central, right here on our Palin Music Band and Orchestra YouTube channel. And I'm here primarily to share the coolest instruments on the internet for you. These are instruments that you can purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006 or by checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com. We've got lots of great things in store for you today. Today we're doing trombones today. And I think you've probably seen these at one time or another, but always try to mix it up and get you a good mix of new things. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have some fun with that. I've got some friends on the chat this morning already. Max is here, Mom, Steve, John. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Happy to see you. In addition to the cool instruments, we like to share music. We like to share fun and laughs and just whatever comes to mind. I've got some more of my kind of personal things that I'm interested in, quirky, collectible kind of things. So stay tuned for that. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, so that's kind of who we are and what we do and why we're hanging out together. So as I said, we've got the live stream chat going on, so it's the best way for us to interact. You can leave your questions or ask your questions, leave your comments. And I can interact with you. I can give you a shout out. Love to know where in the world you're watching from. I'm here in Springfield, Missouri, right in the heart of the country. And we've had people from all over the world. So it's been a lot of fun getting to see where people are watching from. So just let me know where you're watching from. And please be polite, appropriate, clean, friendly, all that on the chat. It's a family show we got going on here. So let's just keep it nice. I would appreciate it. Please hit the like, the comment, the share, the subscribe, all of the bells and buttons and whistles and gewgaws and all that good stuff. Every little click you do helps us out. And I appreciate all the support and help that you guys do for the show. So share it with all your friends, family, across all your social media platforms. You know, you can share it on your Instas, you can share it on your Snapchats, share it on your Facebooks, share it on your, heck, share it on MySpace, I don't care. Anywhere that's got some people watching, let's get that going. I really appreciate it. All right, so that's kind of the story as we are, getting ready to dive in here. Let's say good morning to Jordan, though. We got to say good morning, Jordan. First,
hey,
I can't talk today.
Hey, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Yeah.
I got some really great. I don't know if I should share this news yet because nothing is in stone yet. So you know what? I'm not going to share the news yet. But I'm just going to say there's something potentially coming up that is extremely exciting, both for me and the show, and for you guys. I'm not going to say what it is yet. So this is like a quintessential teaser because I'm not even going to tell you what it's about or anything like that until I've got some more hard data on my end. But just stay tuned because we got something cool in the works.
Yes.
And it's going to be awesome. So.
I'm excited.
It is music related. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Everything all right in your world, my friend, Mr. Jordan? Before we dive in here?
Yep.
Yeah, nothing exciting to report? No?
I don't think so. Everything pretty normal.
We got Berto out on the other side of the store doing trombone demos, so you'll be looking for those.
Yes.
On this channel here and on we do those on Facebook. Where do we put those?
Facebook, Instagram, and we'll probably put them on YouTube too.
All right, so stay tuned for some Berto trombone demos because those are awesome. Brandon is here. Good morning, brothers. I want to wish you the best. Hope that you have a great stream and even greater day. Man, that is so nice. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. My brother Peyton is here. Good morning. All right, well, without any further ado, let's dive into some fun stuff here, shall we?
Yes. All right. Before the first horn, can you tell us about your shirt and watch today?
Shirt and watch. Purple. There you go. What more do you need to know about this shirt? There's no pattern, there's no design, there's nothing hidden in the shirt. It's just purple. But it is a Daniel Cremieux, my boy, my guy, my personal designer. Yeah, I wish. Daniel Cremieux. So, you know, just it's got the right fit, it's got the right feel, it's got the right look. Purple's my wife's signature color, and it's become one of my all-time favorites as well. So shout out to my lovely wife, Lori, and wearing purple in honor of her today. So there we go. So and then the watch. This is my fake Cartier, my tank style Cartier. I still cannot figure out the name of this watch. It's Samor or Sandor or Sambor. I don't know what it is. I can't read it. Even with my magnifier, they've got one letter on there that doesn't look like a letter, so I don't know what it is. But anyway, this is my $11 watch, and it looks like a $5,000 Cartier. So from 2 feet away, you can't tell unless you really know your watches. Let me get up there. See the Roman numerals there. Fun stuff. Got the blue hands, got the blue jewel on the crown. Super cool. All right, so that's my watch. You know, you don't have to be rich to look fancy. I do it all the time. All right, let's dig into some trombones today. That's the shirt, that's the watch. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know what that was about. Trying to make a rhyme? I don't know, trying to sing? What are we doing? All right, good morning from Vernon Hills is my buddy Steve Strokosh out there. Vernon Hills, Illinois. I think that's right. All right, what do we have up for grabs today? First up, we have a Getzen Eterna Pro Trombone. This is the 1047 FR. Whoa, that scared me. I thought that case was going sideways there. All right, so what have we here? We've got a beautiful red brass, large bore horn, 547 bore with a 562 open wrap. We have, this is a 2-piece bell, which is interesting. Usually you see 1 piece, maybe on some of these bigger horns. I don't know if you can see, there's just a very faint line right across here on the bell that shows you that these were 2 pieces that were brazed together to form this crook. And I believe, at least I know on some brands, they do like a different gauge on the flare than they do on the throat, which gives you a different feel, different resonance. We have rose brass all the way around, rose brass tuning slides, as well as the main crook in the rotor section, in the open wrap. Very nice, smooth action rotor there. I think, is that wood? Can't tell. I think that's maybe just a plastic thumb trigger there, but that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. No fancy engraving or details on this other than the just logo on the bell. Gets an Eterna right there. Okay. So this is a great pro horn, great for any kind of symphonic work, concert band kind of work, even solo work. You can use it in a jazz band. It's just one of those really versatile horns you can do just about anything with. That is the bell section. Let me grab the slide section here. We have a yellow brass outer slide, okay, with the nickel silver crook and nickel silver appointments at the top, chromed nickel silver inner slide, super buttery smooth action. What do we got? Randy, God demonstrates his love for us. Fantastic. Steve, purple is the color of the coolest people. Indeed. And Lonzo TV, what's your favorite instrument? Well, Lonzo, I am a saxophone and clarinet artist, so those are going to be my 2 top favorites as far as what I play. But if I were a brass player, I'd be doing trombone. You know what? They're all great. I love them all. I don't really have a strong preference one way or the other, but except for the ones that I play, which are clarinet and saxophone. So anyway, getting back to the trombone, traditional trigger there, or not trigger, but water key. like I said, nickel silver inner slides, chromed, and then the yellow outer slide with the nickel silver appointments there. So this is the Getzen 1047 FR, R for the red brass, and F for the F attachment. Also nickel silver outer slides on the main body there. That tilting case always just gets me every time. So you can see the nickel silver on the slides there. So fantastic horn, professional grade, on special on the website right now at palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006, or checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com, and you can take this home today. Also, you mentioned the show. I'm going to give you an extra deal. I'm still waiting for that to happen. Somebody to call me up and say, hey man, I watched your show. I want a deal on a horn. So today could be the day, because I'll be answering all of the phone calls today. All right, so that's horn number one. Getzen Eterna 1047 FR is the model. Check it out right now at palinmusic.com. Ooh, boys are heavy.
Okay, when you get back here with the next one,
Yes, sir.
Can you recommend some music for us today?
I can. This is, I diverted from what I was originally going to share today. As I was researching my piece of wisdom for the end of the show, I found a quote by this artist, and I thought, you know what the heck? Let's play this artist's most favorite song, so we could just tie everything in. So the artist in question is the late, great Lou Rawls, ladies and gentlemen, American. He's considered a baritone because of the rich tone of his voice, baritone voice, but really big in the 60s and 70s, kind of on into the 80s, but this is certainly his most famous and most well-known song, You'll Never Know Another Love Like Mine, from the album All Things in Time. So there he is, big smile there, Mr. Lou Rawls. Just a fantastically rich, delicious voice. I don't know how else you want to say it. Kind of considered a jazz artist, but more in the maybe contemporary pop. I don't know. He kind of crosses genres, I think, but pretty much a jazz artist for the most part. You'll never find another love like mine. That's the song. You know it. You've heard it. You are familiar with it. So that's my musical choice for the day. Listen, I mean, it's just one of those, again, one of those happy songs that you can't listen to and be sad. It's a happy love song. It's upbeat. It's fun. I've heard many covers of it. I know Michael Bublé did a cover of it, and I'm sure many others have as well. I don't know, did Tom Jones do a cover of this song? Seems like something that he would do, but I don't know. You'd have to help me out there, those of you in the know. Anyway, that's the guy, Lou Rawls. The album, once again, All Things in Time. The song, You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine. Adding this to the Wake Up with Greg playlist right now on Spotify for all of you to listen to at your leisure, or leisure, whoever likes to say that word. Wake Up with Greg, right there. That's right by my index finger there. You see Wake Up with Greg. It's a public playlist I've created for you all on Spotify, so you can listen to all of the songs I've recommended on this show for the past 1,000 episodes. And by the way, all of my previous episodes are on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go back in time and watch all of the previous episodes, I mean, I think there's like 3 days worth of shows now. You can just push play, and if you want to binge watch Wake Up with Greg, I mean, you'd be the first to do it, but it would be an adventure for you for sure. You would learn a lot. You'd learn about art and music and literature and food and travel and all kinds of stuff. And you'd learn about all kinds of amazing, great instruments. And you'd just laugh a lot, probably. So get out there, watch all the shows, comment on them again, hit the like, do all those fun things. So, all right, that's my musical choice. Mr. Lou Rawls, You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine. Check it out. All right, got to get some coffee going here. Nice little swig of my Hawaiian coffee. Next up, I'm not showing these cases because they're just for this small set, they're just kind of big and bulky. But you can know that they are traditional hard shell style cases with traditional brass hardware latches, brass or nickel, depending upon what we've got. The last one was a Getzen. This one is probably one of the most iconic trombones on the market, the Conn 88HO, a trombone by which all other trombones are judged. I'm going to actually use your desk there. Hey, look at that. Oh, hey, these are still wrapped up. That's all right. We'll unwrap them here. Similar features to the last horn, I'll be honest. These this has a rose brass bell as well. Let me remove it from its slumber here in this nice little pouch. All right, now this one does have some fancy engraving, so I'm going to show that right off the bat. Woo, doggies, look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is American-made perfection, boys and girls. This is the Conn 88H. Again, this is a large bore, 547 bore with a 562 wrap. Open wrap design. I don't think I've really even got any closed wrap or traditional wrap designs to show you, but basically what we're talking about when we're talking about the wrap, we're talking about the tubing that is connected to the rotor, which basically extends the range of the horn, allows you to play different passages more easily without having to go like the 6th and 7th position way out there. You can do it in higher positions, which make it faster and smoother and easier to do. But the wrap is just in how the tubing is formed in this section. An open wrap design like this is very free blowing because you're not having to go through a ton of curves and all of that. But traditional wrap, all of this would be kind of twisted around and tucked in on itself to kind of compact the space. I realize this is cutting off my eyes. I look really silly just talking through this trombone. But hey, we can be silly and we can laugh. So that's what the open wrap is compared to a traditional or closed wrap. There are a lot of new wrap designs out there. I know Bach has released a series of X wraps that the tubing goes in an X direction. I don't know, it's all craziness. But this is the Conn 88HO, again, one of the most iconic symphonic horns out there by which many other horns are judged. Top grade yellow brass for the open wrap section with the nickel silver outer slides. We'll grab the inner slide, or not the inner, but the hand slide here and show you that as well. So this, which I think is cool, the outer slide is also rose brass or red brass on this. And we've talked many times about the difference between the brasses, the yellow brass versus red brass versus gold brass. And basically we're all talking about the copper content within the brass alloy. And the more copper you've got, the darker the color is going to be and the richer, darker the tone will be as well. So we have a nickel silver crook on the end there. Ta-da-da-da. We have the smooth as silk chromed nickel silver inner slide with the nickel silver appointments at the top, along with the rose brass outer slide. So that is the Conn 88HO, a fantastic horn, professional grade, American made. Hard to find anything better than this in the world, except maybe the next horn I've got coming up for you. But this is a horn that can do anything and everything, and it has for many, many, many years. The Conn 88H has been a go-to, a universal choice for professional instruments. And if you are a trombone player and you are in the know, you know the power and prestige of the Conn 88H. So come on and check it out on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006 or by leaving me, or not leaving me, please don't leave me. All right, or checking out our Reverb page. That's what I was trying to say. Steve, you've never been wrong before, right? That's not possible. Well, I suppose it is. Ask your wife, she'll tell you. Isn't that always the rule? The wife is always the one that's right, even when she's not. We're not going to get into that. No, indeed. That's how we get in trouble around here. Okay, that's trombone number 2. I got one more. Oof. Goodness. It's a good thing I worked out this morning because got another round of weightlifting going on right here. Got to get my chair situated. This chair, one of these days. All right.
All right. Are you ready to show us something cool?
I am ready to show you something cool. I don't know where my buddy Sax Boy is, or Average Metal Enjoyer. Haven't seen him around in a few days. He's my Swedish connection out there. And I have a piece of Swedish history that I think he would appreciate. But you can all appreciate it as well. For those of you who've been watching this show for a long time, know my deep and abiding interest in all things seagoing, ocean liner, steamship history. I just have a passion for it. It started with the discovery of the wreck of the Titanic, and it's just blossomed from there. But I've got a few pieces that I brought from my Titanic collection at home to share with you. I'll save the Swedish portion for last, but and forgive me, guys, if I've shown this on the show before. Forgive me, this might be a repeat. I don't think I have, but anyway, I've just got some really cool pieces that I wanted to share. So this is a record album. It's called Titanic: The Unforgettable Story as Told by the Actual Survivors of This Most Incredible Marine Disaster. So this is a recording of interviews with survivors, which I just think is super cool. Plus, I mean, what an amazing looking album cover, right? Lots of cool paintings on the back, drawings. I don't know if it tells me who the survivors are that we get to hear from. Yeah, well, we got Lord Peary, head of Harland and Wolff, F. Dent Ray, first class steward who survived, Ava Hart, Edith Russell, and a few others. Here's some, interior or photos of the ship. Just some cool history. Really cool. I found this at an antique store for it was like $60 or something. I was like, man, I bet I can find it for cheaper than that. Found it online at, is it Discogs or something like that? It's an online, they deal in vintage vinyl and all kinds of stuff. I found it for like $15. So, and in better condition than the one for $60 at the antique store. So that's piece number 1. Piece number 2 is the book that is kind of, I would guess, the companion to the album, even though they came out at completely different times. The Story of the Titanic as Told by Its Survivors. Again, another survivor's account. Lawrence Beasley and let's see who else we got in here. We got Archibald Gracie. We got just some of the famous folks on here. Who else? We got some others. Come on now. Well, maybe it's just Archibald. Okay, so 2 survivors. Commander Lightoller, there we go. We got a few others. Anyway, great first-hand accounts of what happened on the Titanic by these folks. A great story. And then probably one of the most famous books ever about the sinking of the Titanic, A Night to Remember by Walter Lord. This one came out in the 50s and was the most respected and truthful account of the sinking of the Titanic up until they discovered the wreck, which made some, if not a lot of the information in this book incorrect. But there has been a second volume written after the discovery called The Night Lives On by Walter Lord, which I also have. But this is the, I don't think, is this a first edition? I don't think this is a first edition. I'd be surprised if it was. Let's see. No, this one is like the 4th or 5th printing. So anyway, that's a very cool copy. Came out in 1955 was the original. And then here's my final piece, which I think is just fantastic. This was a gift from my mom. And this book was written in 1912, very shortly after the wreck. And again, this is also survivor stories, but this is all in Swedish. Check that out, Jordan. Completely in Swedish, right? Okay, so I don't read Swedish. I have Swedish ancestry. but there are a lot of great pictures. There's J. Bruce Ismay in there. There's also a lot of different drawings in here. Let's see if I can find one of the little, there was just a little drawing there just a moment ago. Where was it? A lot of photos. Here, let's go back to, there we go, there was one. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I did a translation on this, but it disappeared on my phone. I'm going to do it again so I can let you know what this title is. Man, Google Translate and Google Images and all that. What an absolutely cool piece of technology we have available to us now. We want to translate that. Detecting language, Swedish to English. So this is the story about the Titanic and its terrible downfall, the worst accident that ever befell an ocean liner. More than 1,600 men lost their lives, horrific scenes and heroic sacrifices told by the survivors. So that's what it says in English. That's what it says in Swedish. What a cool piece of technology. What an amazing book. I'm hoping maybe I'll get like an Antiques Roadshow to come by our area sometime where I can bring this book and have it evaluated. Of course, I could probably just take it down to the Titanic Museum down in Branson and have them check it out and let me know what it might be worth. But it doesn't matter what it's worth. It's priceless to me. All right, that's enough of my little Titanic journey through some of my books and collectibles from the Titanic world. If you find it interesting, I hope so. If not, that's what the show is. It's stuff that I like. So, all right, we're going to dig into one final horn here. We're going to pop this one open. This is a fantastic trombone here. This is the Greenhoe. Greenhoe is part of the Schilke company. It's a really tight fit case there. And this is one of those cases that doesn't like to stay open on its own. I don't want to damage it, but we're going to get it there. Put the gloves back on. This is the model GC4 1R. Again, very similar specs across the board of all three of these horns. And this one's no exception. This one is handmade here in the U.S., 100% hand-formed bell and body and everything. Very high-end, custom, professional trombone. So that's the Greenhoe logo there. This one also has a 8.5-inch red brass hand-formed bell. This has the Greenhoe rotor there. I don't know if you can see that. Really elegant, nice wood trigger on there, very smooth acting. Now this has a detachable bell, so you can see the little screws here. You can remove this bell, you can change it out and put a yellow brass bell or a sterling bell on it or whatever, and whoa, case just closed on me. But we've got yellow brass and nickel silver wrap and slides. So this one is sort of an open wrap, but sort of not. You've got this additional crook here with the added brace there. It's a little bit of a heavier weight horn, I would say, than the other two, but certainly a top-notch professional grade horn. This has everything that you want in a symphonic horn. We've got this horn coming in with a yellow brass bell as well, but this is the GC4 1R. Let me grab the hand slide and show you that part here. Set that down carefully. The case is kind of an interesting case. It's got a lot of modular pieces in it, so you can kind of customize it to your special fit. So here is the slide. We have, I think that's a red brass outer slide as well, just like the Con. This has got a wider spacing on it than the others. I don't know if that has any major impact on the playability or the feel of the horn. Chromed nickel silver inner slide, super smooth, interchangeable lead pipes on these. I think these all have interchangeable lead pipes actually. Nickel silver crook at the base there. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. These are just professional grade high-end trombones, and I would love to get them in your hands today. Traditional water key there as well. Got a little thumb guide there, I guess. Is that what you call that? I don't know. You trombone players help me out. I'm not a trombone player, but I do love the horns and I love sharing them with you. So this is the Greenhoe GC4-1R in the rose brass, high-end, professional grade, top of the line, US made, all about America right there. All right, let me get that back in there. Safely in place. And that is the final horn of the day. All right, I made it. So what's next, Mr. Jordan?
The only thing left is wisdom.
Wisdom. Well, like I said earlier, I chose the song today based on the artist whose quote I am sharing with you now. So this quote comes from the great Lou Rawls, and he says, "Music is the greatest communication in the world. Even if people don't understand the language that you're singing in, they still know good music when they hear it." And I think that's very true. I listen to a lot of foreign language music, and I have no idea what they're saying, but that doesn't lessen the quality of the music. I think of one specifically, Stacey Kent, a favorite artist of mine. She has a few albums in French that are just fantastic. I mean, I do love the French language. I took one semester of it in high school. Got a C. Didn't do so well. Never pursued it beyond that. But I do still love it. Maybe someday I'll try to get back into that. But yeah, I mean, I listen to a lot of, Spanish language, just kind of anything. And so that's what's great about music. You don't have to understand what the words are to know that the music is good or not. So music is the greatest communication in the world. Even if people don't understand the language that you're singing in, they still know good music when they hear it. Thank you, Lou Rawls. You'll never find another love like mine. That's the show, guys. That's the piece of wisdom. That's all the horns. That's all the stuff. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon. Do all of those things. We will be back here again tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central, right here on our Band and Orchestra channel. And remember this, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.